Hello, I'm David Chow from the Finance News Network. Joining me from Aus Tin Mining is CEO Peter Williams. Peter, welcome back to FNN.
Thanks, David.
Firstly, Peter, can you start off with a recap of your project?
Thanks, David. Yes, I'd be delighted to provide an overview of our projects. We've got a pipeline of projects at different stages, providing a combination of cash flow growth and upside. Firstly, we own 100% of the Grandville tin project, which is located near the historic mining town of Zeehan on the west coast of Tasmania. Granville is a high-grade tin mine which we brought in care and maintenance and are currently completing works to enable resumption of operations. We obtained some very high grades last year during drilling, up to 4.18% tin, and in the medium term our plan is to resume mining subject to approvals. Secondly, we own 100% of the Taronga tin project, which is located near Emmaville in northern New South Wales. Taronga is a world-class project with a JORC resource of 36 million tonnes containing 57,000 tonnes of contained tin, 28,000 tonnes of contained copper and 4.4 million ounces of silver. We completed a pre-feasibility study in 2014 on the project and last year announced plans to evaluate various areas of upside by way of a trial mine. More recently, we've identified lithium mineralisation at Taronga, which provides an encouraging adjunct to that particular project. We also own 100% of the Kildanga project west of Gympie in Queensland. We've got a number of targets in that project, including the Pembroke nickel-copper project, but more recently we've completed work at Mt Cobalt with some very exciting results.
Thanks, Peter. Now, your announcement on Tuesday regarding the recent exploration at Mt Cobalt generated a lot of excitement. Could you take us through some of the highlights?
Sure. The highlights were based on a review of historical results that was undertaken and then conducted field reconnaissance, to generate an 800-metre target zone. And we had confirmation of high grade with rock chip samples up to 1.66% cobalt, so very good. We actually went back to the historical records of the area. It's a technique that we've used successfully at Taronga in particular. We identified that there was a historic mine which had, from the 1880s, exceptional grade, 7.5% cobalt, 2.5% nickel. We had not been able to historically identify that mine, but with reconnaissance we found that old mine about 200 metres south of where previous exploration had been undertaken. It confirmed that there was high-grade mineralisation there by way of a cobalt oxide called asbolite, and then the team were able to track that trend over about 800 metres. The team, whilst they were there, took a number of samples, and of which the highest was 1.66% cobalt.
As you said, both the historic mine grades and the rock chip grades are high. So how does this compare with grades being exploited globally?
Well, the British Geological Society reported back in 2009 that the economic grades for sort of typical mines were 0.1 to 0.15% for cobalt oxides, noting that many of these mines are actually in Africa. I think it's also worth noting that a number of the current cobalt projects in the market at the moment are at a sort of similar grade of 0.1 to 0.15. So certainly we have a very interesting project given our grades are potentially significantly higher.
Very good. So can you please briefly explain to our listeners what cobalt is used for and the global market?
Sure. So cobalt's used in a number of applications, metal alloys and ceramics too. But probably the application that's getting the most interest at the moment is in rechargeable batteries, and specifically it's used in lithium-ion batteries. Lots of positive things about the market building for lithium-ion batteries. Cobalt's an integral part of those batteries. It's actually the cathode, and people may know that the graphite's used as the anode. So based on various forecasts, cobalt consumption is actually set to rise at about 7.5% per annum for the next 5 years.
Okay, Peter. Now to your Grandville tin project. You also recently announced that commissioning had commenced. Are you able to provide us with some details?
That's right, David. Yes, we have just recently started commissioning the project, including some of the dressing tables at the site just recently, which we reported on. We're currently finalising various modifications that are going to allow us to retreat some of the old tailings that are there. And then thereafter, we're planning to treat some of the stockpiled ore at the site, including a quality of material which has actually been previously crushed and is on the ROM pad ready to be treated.
Peter Williams, thanks for the update, and congratulations once again on the results.
Terrific. Thanks, David.